Okay, who do we have with us today?
Hello, my name is Brittney, and I'm 29. How are you?
Fine. Tell us a little bit about you, how you grew up, where you grew up.
Well, I'm originally born in East St. Louis, and honestly, I really kind of didn't grow up out there because I've been a nomad all my life. We've moved. I was born in East St. Louis, but my parents decided to move to Colorado, so we lived out in Colorado for a while, in Boulder and in Denver and Longmont, Colorado. We also had to move back eventually, anyways, and then I ended up living in Cahokia. So I went to a number of different schools too, as well. So, you know, I,
What what schools have you went to growing up?
uh, elementary schools. I went to. Now I can say this. I only went to one middle school, and the one middle school that I went to is Central Middle School out here in St. Louis. But elementary schools, I went to a bunch of elementary schools. I did. I don't remember the name, but I went to Columbine Elementary School actually around the time when the shooting had happened, and eventually we moved back. And by the time we moved back to the state of Illinois, I was in third grade going to fourth grade, but since I came during the end of the school year or something like that, because of the moving process, because it was in the school year, and this semester thing, whatever we call it, I don't know what it's called, but they made me go to summer school just cause, and I ended up going to Hawthorne.
What what kind of household did you come from? Single parent, mom and dad?
My parents were married, and then they ended up being separated and divorced. But either way, I love both of them, and you know the difference between growing up in a single family home and a married family home. You know.
What do you remember growing up in that home?
Oh my gosh, what do I remember? I remember everything being, I don't know, like, me and my siblings got along. I noticed that me and my siblings got along a lot better. And we were a lot more, like, close. And instead of just doing our own thing and kicking it with our own friends, like, we were really, really family-oriented when our parents both were together. And, like, I mean, yeah, our big brother used to go and go fishing and stuff like that, and go to the mountains and camp in the woods and stuff like that, because we were too young. But other than that, I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, there's not too much of a difference for me personally, because I stayed, even when they separated, ended up staying with my mom for a while, and I ended up staying with my father for a while. And in fact, I was living with my dad and my other mom when I graduated high school in 2012.
What high school did you graduate from?
I graduated from Springfield Southeast High School.
What did you do after high school? After graduating high school, where did you go with life?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Life took a turn of events, because when I graduated, I was on my way to. I graduated in 2012. I was still 17 when I didn't turn 18 until I actually moved and started moving on campus at SIUC. I ended up going to Carbondale with my cousin, because we used to go to the same school. I mean, we used to go to the same high school in Cahokia. I went to 3 different high schools. I started off 9th grade at the SIUE Charter High School, and then ended up having to go to Cahokia. It's just dealing with transitioning, and then with relationships, going through with relationships and having kids and stuff like that, and then children having their own opinion, and then when you get a certain age, you choose what parents you want to be with, and all this and that. And then once children start smelling their stuff, I was a very respectful child, but once I started feeling like I could give my opinion, I gave it. And thank God for not sparing the rod. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got a whooping. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
You have children?
Yes, sir.
How many children do you have?
3 beautiful children.
What are you teaching them and instilling in them while they're growing up?
Well, my kids are raised in church as well as I was, and I want them to know that they're supposed to put God first. Know that God is with you, that God is for you, and that there's nothing that you can't do.
What church did you go to growing up?
I went to a number of churches, but Faith, Holiness, Apostolic Church is my church. 1845 Getty Avenue. So I went there when I was a child. That's where I got baptized at, and that's where I took my kids at. And I thought my daughter, I kind of dreamed. I really want my daughter. I want my daughter to want to get baptized there. She's about to be 7 this month, actually, on the 29th. Thank God for my little Nana, Tiana, and Isabella, and my son who passed away almost 5 years ago. His name is Savoris. I miss him so much. He was such a light. He knew all the church songs. Oh my gosh! Like when I say we rarely ever miss a Sunday. When I say seriously, I don't play that. I know I'm not God, but I know that you're supposed to train up a child in the way they should go. And I taught my kids how to read. I'm teaching them how to read. I know for a fact those writing books that I used to go to Family Dollar before they even started school and before I even got them in pre-K. What do you call those little those books where you trace your ABCs? Yeah, I was teaching my kids how to trace their ABCs before I even lost my son. He was when I say he's in the writing stage, I was going to start teaching my baby how to read. His numbers, his ABCs, his shapes, his colors, every animal that you can think of. It's since the age of 2, and he just turned 4.
What jobs have you had over your lifetime?
My first job, actually, I worked at the Tilted Kilt. I've worked at UPS. But anyways, I'm sorry. I really haven't had that many jobs, because the last job that I had that I really liked was I was working at Annie's at the Lambert Airport, and that's the last job that I consider a real job. All the other jobs that I've been having is really temp agencies like People Ready and doing restocking at Walmart and stuff like that.
What caused the turn of events in your life? What was the situation
I'm
happening?
a 4-year-old and just experiencing a lot of people showing me their true colors. You really know. You just know where you stand with people, and it's okay. Because I'm not gonna stop loving them. I'm not gonna love them any less. I just know to not overstep my boundaries and overextend myself to an extent. Because at the end of the day, I know they're gonna, even though I know they're gonna need me, so that don't mean just say fuck them. I can't do that. I don't have it in me.
Were you introduced to the lifestyle, or did you your curiosity brought you to it?
What?
Being out here,
Yeah, I just go through a series of trying to not retrace my steps, but just trying not to take my anger out on anyone, And sometimes I have to just take a walk, and then life has a way of knocking you down when you're trying to get up. And now I was just on my feet, and now I'm back to looking for a place to stay and stuff like that. It's exhausting.
What caused you to get off your feet?
Seriously, no, it's just little stuff. Seriously, actually, I can't think of that at the moment. That's childish. But I really can't think of it at the moment. It's something that I really just don't want to disclose to public, honestly. because I can't think of it, and it's really a detailed answer. So you know.
What would you tell a young girl who's thinking about coming out on the streets? What would you tell her as safety precautions or how to stay safe? Or what would you tell a young girl who's thinking about it looks cool being out on the streets and doing what you want to do?
I would tell her, hey, go get your GED if you did not finish high school. And that's what you do. Go to a community college, because at least you'll get paid each semester. You know what I'm saying? Go to school. Go get a trade. Don't let none of these I ain't gonna say nappy head little niggas out here. Don't let anyone distract you. Don't let your friends either distract you. Don't let no one distract you. Pray about it. Pray and ask the Lord to lead and guide you every step of the way, because He is the author and finisher and the finisher of your faith. He's here to lead you and guide you. He's here to comfort you. He's here to teach you. That's what the Holy Spirit, it gives you the power to walk right and talk right. The Holy Spirit gives you the power and to see what it is in you that God has placed in you that He wants to come out. You understand?
What keeps you sane out here? What keeps you from losing it all away? What keeps you grounded?
My faith. You know? I need to read my Bible more, because I really am a hypocrite and a backslider, and I'm not perfect. And I don't think I'm an example for anyone. Honestly, I'm not.
If you can go back knowing what you know today and take back with you to a young Miss Brittney that's coming up, what would you tell her?
Don't tell her. Stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Trust God. With all your mind, with all your heart, with all your soul. Because God is for you, whatever it is.
And if, in closing, if you want to say anything to anybody who may be looking for you, worried about you, wondering if you're okay, now's the time to say it.
Just know that even when you think that I'm not okay, just know that God's got me and He has you and everyone and everything. And all things work together for the good of those who love God and who are called. You know, God's got this. God's got it. Don't worry. Don't fret. Everything's going to work out regardless in the end. No matter how painful the process, no matter how bad it feels right now, no matter what it looks like. Trouble don't last always.
We appreciate you taking time out with us, Miss Brittney, to share your story. Thank you so much.
Anytime. I appreciate you too.